Start. Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Derek Warren. I am the Associate Dean and Director of the MBA and Graduate Programs at the Southern University in Baton Rouge. Southern University is the only HBCU system in the world, I like to say, with 5 campuses. We have SUNO, Southern University New Orleans, Southern University Baton Rouge, Southern University Shreveport, the Southern University Law Center, and the Southern University Agriculture Research and Extension Center as well. I am an associate professor of management information systems, spent 32 years with IBM, and then retired and decided to, as a labor of love, to come back to Southern, first as director of alumni affairs, and then in my role as the associate dean, and extremely happy to be a part of this 5th annual Black Blockchain Summit, unlocking access to all of us. Thank you.
Hello. What's going on, y'all? Let's get the energy up a little bit. My name is Corey Camp. I'm an educator from Philadelphia, PA. I got into blockchain a while ago, probably 2015. As an educator, I work in inner city schools with parents who have children with special needs. And so what I do is I help to get those children services from the school. Then I work on the school side to make sure that those services are provided. On the professional side, with my business partner here, Jimmy, and my other partners from the Black Wealth Project, we are a community organization that does education around blockchain and all financial wealth things and financial wealth. So we have a kids camp that we do every year for children ages 5 and up, where we teach them the power of ownership on every level and in every asset class. And so blockchain, to me, is important in the education space, simply because it's where we're going and our kids are being taught about where we are at. And so we need to be thinking forward when we're talking about education.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ryan Cooper. I'm the founder of DeVille Crypto Solutions. I'm also a graduate of Bowie State University. My major was computer technology. I currently run my own consulting business. I'm also a crypto educator. I'm a social media influencer. And I'm also a member of Black People in Cryptocurrency on Facebook. Hey, sis. I also am very active on social media. I do many different things. I'm an NFT investor, a certified blockchain expert, and like I said, I'm a member of the Government Blockchain Association. I'm a member of many podcasts, global conferences, and I'm just here to support blockchain. And if anyone has any questions after the summit, please feel free to reach out to me.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike Bennett. I'm a former collegiate athlete, former NFL athlete, who created something called African Museum of the Metaverse. It's a Metaverse project where we have land in a lot of different metaverses, and we've built museums that cater to African NFT artists, and we display those. We've partnered with the Thurgood Marshall College Fund to give students an opportunity to build in these metaverses, to teach them how to traverse this new landscape and hopefully spread equity within our community. I'm excited to be here and happy to see you all.
Let's give them a round of applause. My first question I have for the panel is, what in your experience has been the state of the reception of crypto education in your respective domains, whether you're doing private lessons for people or whether you're talking to universities and colleges about introducing curriculum? What has been your experience thus far since crypto was born in 2009 in terms of getting people educated more formally in this sector?
I'll start. Individually, I've done an infinite amount of crypto consults, and individually people are picking it up. People want the information, they want the knowledge, and they want to be able to apply the knowledge. So,
Corey, I want to stop you 1 second. Mainly because we're live streaming. Hold the mic a little closer.
Okay.
Make sure to
So my voice is very loud, so I'm trying to not hold it so very close. So personally, those experiences have been good. Like people are learning personal responsibility. They're learning how to hold their own value. They're learning how to transverse between metaverses and the real world and make, make some money doing it, right? They learn to, instead of paying to play, to get paid to play. All of those kind of things, right? I've taught people how to do all of those things. But when you try to take it to the larger masses, that's when I've had some issues, right? Because the technology is so new and everybody's worried about the actual use cases of it, right? Because they're not following the technology, or they're not following what's going on in the crypto spaces. So they're hesitant to make it a part of their every day, every week, after school program curriculum, because they're not sure about where the space is going. And so we have to do a better job as a community to be able to bring that to people who would be best served by having that information. Because if we can get on the front of something instead of on the, for the very most part, Black people get in on the back end of things after everything has been built out. And so if we can get on the forefront of this, there's an opportunity for us that we normally don't get a chance to get.
And yeah, to also piggyback on what you said, it's a very political process. I know at my alma mater, Bowie State University, I'm still very good friends with some of the professors currently teaching computer science courses, and we've talked about the whole process of getting a track record out for blockchain education. One of the big problems is that blockchain technology and the different things that come out every week, every day, it'll be very hard to keep that course up to date. There's something new every week. There's something new every month. So it would have to be very hands-on with what's going on in the news and how to actually make sure that the students aren't learning something that's a month old when something that's coming out next month. It's really important to just stay up to date because blockchain technology is changing so fast every day. So.
I'd like to just add. Thanks, brother. Just add very quickly as well. Approximately 8% Black Americans are playing into the crypto space. 16% Hispanics are playing in that space. 62% of white Americans are playing in that space, and 6% Asian and other ethnicities are playing in the space. So adoption still is too slow. We have much more to do, many more places we can go. If I may, Deirdre, can I see a show of hands of any HBCU alum here? Just show of hands. Hey, shout out to you. Now, I call an HBCU alum anyone who's made it through the registration process one semester, one time. That's how we address it at Southern University. I also want to give a shout out to Morgan State. Morgan State created the first FinTech Center. They are heavy into blockchain, and the beauty that I like about Morgan State and Dr. Amdahl is he's pushing for other HBCUs. They hold a conference. The third conference will be held this year, November 6th through 8th, I believe, in Orlando. I'm pushing for it. They've extended the hand to other HBCUs, such as Southern University and Bowie State and other entities. So adoption is still slow. We have much work to do in the space, and I'm tasking HBCUs to be leaders in helping to promote blockchain education across the metaverse. It's going to be key, Deidre.
Fantastic. Mike.
Most of what I say will be mostly echoing what the other brothers on this panel have said. It's kind of a mixed response. Some people still hold a lot of skepticism when you talk about blockchain or any specific crypto or the metaverse. There are other people who have been in it a little longer, have kind of ridden the wave for a little bit, and understand some more use cases around it, some more ways that it can benefit them personally and the community, but still really trying to get over that initial hurdle of the negative press that blockchain gets, the negative press that cryptocurrencies get. Everybody gets excited when the numbers go up, and then when they go back down, everybody thinks, okay, well, this is a scam, this is whatever. But as you learn more about it, as you're in the space longer, you can start to understand the underlying technology. You can start to understand underlying use cases. And so I think like you said, the adoption, it's too slow, but hopefully as people get more inundated with it, it's gonna pick up. It's our job to explain to people how it can benefit them in our community.
Okay, so since we're still at the self-learning state, each one of you tell me, where is your go-to spot when you want to learn something about the space so we can share with everyone else? Because I think part of the issue is that we are lagging behind because there's no formalized education, but those people who are new are still like, this is so overwhelming. Where do I go if I just want to get started? We'll start with you, Mike.
Yeah, so most of what I learned about crypto is self-taught. You can learn a lot just by reading white papers. They are not going to make sense at first. You're going to read through a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of terminology, unless you got a background in, cryptography and computer science and finance, a lot of this stuff's not going to make sense. But as you read your 5th white paper, you start recognizing key terms, and you can, Google those key terms and look up the definitions, write some down. And as you just keep reading them, they start making more sense. You start understanding what these projects are focusing on. And then there's a website called medium.com, I think, and they have a lot of really palatable articles about new crypto projects. It's not usually too in-depth, but they really explain things well. And then there are other crypto news sites that do a great job of just keeping you up to date. It's really, I believe, it's really just time in the market, in the universe of crypto to understand what terms are used the most, what people are looking for, what projects have value long term, because everything can seem exciting at first, but then you see this one flamed out, and this one flamed out, and you start recognizing patterns.
All right. Honestly, YouTube, I recommend a lot of YouTube channels, Facebook groups, specifically Black people in cryptocurrency. I also like to give a shout out to Crypto Blood. He's very knowledgeable in this area, as well as the Gentleman of Crypto. Another place I go to, Twitter Spaces, but also Clubhouse Rooms. Black Bitcoin Billionaires is a very solid group of people. You can ask personal questions. They'll give you great guidance. I also would tell you to check out Mouse Belt University. It's geared towards colleges that want to, college students that want to learn about blockchain. It's free to join their website as long as you have a .edu email address. And they give you 3 courses that are free of charge that help you get certified and learn more about blockchain. And hackathons, for example, Howard University has a hackathon. I was a mentor a few years back, but multiple colleges have hackathons. You can learn a lot of hands-on skills just by going and participating or even mentoring. And yeah, Morgan State University's FinTech Center. I'm very familiar with what they're doing. I think the deadline is the end of this or next week to register for that HBCU tech conference in Orlando. So if you want to Google it and apply now, I think each HBCU is awarding 2 students a grant up to $1,000. I don't know if that's the exact number, but yeah, definitely YouTube. There's a lot of free courses out there. If you want to get into coding and Solidity and things like that, there's courses online. Crypto Zombies, for example, it's a free course, and it's like the beginning of learning Solidity. So there's a lot of free information out there, a lot of great organizations like Clubhouse, Black Bitcoin Billionaires, and YouTube, so yeah.
There's been a lot of places mentioned. The internet is a good place and a bad place to learn about crypto, because there's a lot of BS out there too. Be very careful. So what I would say is find people you trust, and then it's about environment. Be in the environment that you're looking to be into, right? So if you're really wanting to learn about crypto, finding crypto groups like the ones that y'all mentioned are good. But it's about finding trusted sources, because like I just said, there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of BS. A lot of these projects are trash, and you need to be able to decipher the good from the bad. And so you need to get around trusted sources so you don't lose your money, because that's really what it comes down to, right? And so when you're learning, you want to learn as much as you can. Free education is good. Mentorship is better. So mentorship doesn't always cost money, but mentorship will cost you time every single time. And so find you a crypto mentor that you trust and get with a trusted crypto mentor.
I second.
Thank you. I second everything that's been said by my brothers and my sister here on the panel. Of course, this summit, I want to give a shout out to it as a great source of blockchain and related information. Again, fintech, I personally, I'm like Ryan, YouTube is undefeated as a professor, I believe. So definitely, I tap into that resource for knowledge. But again, you want to find someone that you trust. You can't have too many mentors. I learned that from one of my mentors. He said you use them differently at different times and different cases, but get you a mentor that you trust, that you can support as well. In addition, I want to just encourage you to investigate our HBCUs that are offering finance education and technology education because they are a wealth of resources. Southern University, I can say, offers a blockchain boot camp where you can learn the foundations of blockchain, and you don't have to be a computer scientist or engineer to take that course. I know my other HBCUs are offering the same. Again, Morgan's been shouted out. I know Bowie. We're all trying to tap more into those spaces, and we encourage you to definitely access. And there are a lot of other digital assets that are out there. One of my other favorites is www.skillsbuild.org. Again, I'll repeat that, www.skillsbuild.org offers a wealth of education in a lot of spaces, whether it's mindfulness, technology, and beyond. IBM offers a global university programs website where you can go into their academic initiative and get access to information in artificial intelligence, blockchain, cybersecurity, cloud computing, data science, design thinking, Internet of Things, and quantum computing. All of these things are foundational, so you don't need, again, an engineering degree to tap into those resources. So again, www.skillsbuild.org or Google the IBM Global University Programs. Their academic initiative is also offered free of charge.
I'd like to just add two more websites to exactly what you're talking about. edx.com, and I think it's Coursera. Yeah, they used to be free. I think they're starting to put a little price tag around a lot of these things, but they have those blockchain boot camps and stuff like that as well. Just, yeah, still a lot of free courses and a whole bunch of different specialties.
And also, one of the last thing I want to talk about is the Government Blockchain Association. They also have student memberships available. It's maybe, I believe, $50, but they have offices internationally, and I've been attending all of those meetings over the last 5 years. I'm very good friends with the director over there, and I recommend anyone reach out to the Government Blockchain Association. And like I said, they have student memberships at a discounted rate. They have meetups globally, virtually, so you can attend. You can definitely network with some heavy hitters in the blockchain and government space. So,
I have one more question to ask the panel, but before I ask that question, actually I'm going to give you the question and I'm going to give my comments on the previous question. So the question for each of you is, as a student, what's that one honeydew class that you would want to take to improve where you are, and why are you focusing in on that one? It could be a programming language, it could be something that you haven't aspired to yet. But I wanted to double back and answer this question. It's partly a gripe and partly a resource. The resources are that many of the media outlets in crypto have free learn areas. So if you go to coindesk.com, there's somewhere a button there that's learn, and it's full of video lessons, free, all this things like that. Another Decrypt is another publication in the crypto space, also free learning materials. I'm trying to think of there's
Kraken might have some stuff on their website.
CoinMarketCap.com. So we're throwing a lot of URLs, and they all use the same thing, learn, and they have a wealth of material. Now here's the gripe. Where's ours? Who's funding ours? I'm a media professional. I have a degree in journalism. And believe it or not, it's not broadcast, it's editorial writing. But a degree in journalism, master's degree in education, but we can't get funding to do what they do. All these media outlets, CoinDesk, Decrypt, CoinMarketCap, they get their money from the same VCs that are producing the companies that are in space. So you think they're coming, or do you think they're here? I'm not gonna name people. Should I name people? I'm really from New York. I like to throw people under the bus. Because in Brooklyn, there was a guy, Marty Markowitz, who is a city councilman in Brooklyn, and he used to do these events, Caribbean Day festival events, and he was a Jewish American Brooklynite, but for that day, he was like from Trinidad and everywhere, he was Caribbean, and he used to, as he started the concert that was there, he used to talk about everybody he asked to sponsor who did not give any funds. Maybe we won't go there by the afternoon, we'll probably get there after lunch. But essentially, we don't have because we're not funded, not because we can't provide. So keep that in your back pocket. Anybody who wants to approach us afterwards, Black Blockchain Summit, we have all the people that have been across the stage for 5 years to be able to produce our own learning materials up to par. So last honey-do list question, you personally, what's that one course or class that's gonna get you to the next level? Anybody can take it out of order and then everyone to answer.
So I'm currently a law student at Howard, and one of the classes that is really interesting to me is an externship with the SEC, to see and hear about how they plan on regulating crypto and all of that kind of stuff. I won't get to participate in those decisions or anything like that, but just getting to understand where the government sees this stuff and kind of have my ear to the ground on the regulations that are going to shape a lot of the crypto industry. I don't, like I said, I'm going to be just an intern there, so it's not going to be any, inside information. But it's a very important part of this landscape is how the government's going to jump in, what they're going to do, how much of a role do they want to play. So for me, especially as an aspiring lawyer, getting to understand what kind of hurdles I'm going to have to cross if I want to work in the crypto industry as a lawyer will be the most important thing.
All right, and to kind of piggyback, I think if the course I would like to take is maybe music and the entertainment industry, NFTs, and maybe tax compliance. I think, or even a fellowship. But with a course like that, I could take that knowledge and I could teach everyone that I know currently in the music and entertainment industry, fashion industry, and show them how they could use NFTs, marketing, customer loyalty programs, and how to be tax compliant. A lot of people, I don't think that's an area we talk about a lot. We talk about the NFT gains. We talk about when the crypto was doing well, how we all made millions, but we don't talk about the tax compliant part. So I think if there was a course I could take, music, NFTs, how to actually grow that out, how to educate the people that I know in the entertainment industry, and really how to be tax compliant. So,
courses that people should take in general. We should know about the Federal Reserve and how they affect currency. Because everything that we do around anything is based, again, on money. And the Federal Reserve controls the money in this country. So we should know about what the Federal Reserve does. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is that most of these companies that are out here are tech companies. They're not anything different than any of the tech companies that are out here. They're just serving it on the blockchain instead of the regular thing. Most of these companies out here are tech companies. And so we should learn a lot about how tech companies function.
Excellent comments. I would encourage everyone, as I mentioned earlier, to take a foundational course in blockchain and crypto. The foundational course will also enlighten you to all of the numerous cases, use cases that where blockchain is being used. Retail industry, travel and transportation, distribution industry. Of course, we think about financial markets and finances, but I'm gonna tell you, blockchain is changing the landscape across all industries. And that's why I suggest that foundational course. In addition, if I may, Deirdre, I'd also encourage people to just take more courses around financial literacy. Our black and brown people are not focused heavily on financial literacy, and that's another area that I suggest that we certainly delve into and invest in that continuous learning in that space. And last but certainly not least, business planning to help you develop that entrepreneurial mindset.
Thank you, Derek Warren, Corey Camp, Ryan Cooper, and Mike Bennett. Really appreciate it. We don't have enough time to extend this conversation, but I think you departed a book's worth of wealth if you were taking note. So thank you very much. Can we give them a round of applause?